Shalom, Israel. Shalom. This is Yeshaya coming back at y'all with another Car Chronicle. Not an accident. Didn't realize somebody was behind me. But all right. Just wanted to talk to y'all, as the title suggests, why I left the Israelites. I didn't leave the Israelites. If you really know that you're an Israelite, you can never leave the Israelites. The reason for the video, the reason for the title, is because I want to stress to brothers that if anybody leaves your church, your camp, your congregation, it's very important, very extremely important. I would say this is of the utmost importance. Make sure that you've been righteous in all your dealings with this person. And the reason why I say this is because people leave Israelite groups and make videos like this all the time. Well, I won't say like this, because like I said, like this isn't a video about me leaving, but this is a very frequent concept, a very big thing where people leave the faith and then make videos about why they left. And one thing I noticed when I watched a lot of those videos, you know, why I left ICGJC, why I left this group, why I left this group, that group. You know, one thing I noticed is that most of the shit is personal. Even if there are scriptural differences. I'm gonna give a perfect example, right? No names. One dude broke off from GMS and immediately made videos talking about why I left GMS. And I noticed he was going, you know, with doctrinal things that he doesn't agree with, but then he started taking personal shots. Because I'm going to say this. Honestly, you can't stop people from saying wrong, negative, whatever things about you. At the end of the day, people are going to mentally say, hey, how do I justify myself? Because at the end of the day, if two break up, very rare is it that there's a breakup without blaming. We went wrong because they fucked up. I left the church because the church was bad. We kicked him out because he was out of order. He was doing this. He was doing that. You know, there's always a justification, whether right or wrong. We have reasons why we've kicked out every single person we've ever kicked out. And everybody that's ever left had a reason why they left. But the thing is that, you know, you can't control the narrative all the time. You can only control the narrative of people that listen to you. You know, another person that I'm going to reference is when they made a video, they made something that I was actually in the intro for the documentary. Her boyfriend is a polygamous cult leader, right? They had a guy talking that had nothing to do with that cult, that particular subgroup of Israelites. He was an Israelite. He was with ICGJC, and he was highlighting things that ICGJC was doing to its members, you know, in the way of mind control and things. Because in that case, in that situation, based on not only what he was saying, but what others have said about One West, it's true. They use a lot of mind control tactics. They use a lot of mind control tactics. So this is where I have to say, sometimes when people leave a particular group of Israelites, that particular group of Israelites is actually not right. You know, you have defectors that defect because they're not right, and you have people that defect from groups because the group ain't right. And sometimes you have people that ain't right leaving groups that ain't right. They never join up with a group that is right. They just leave, like I said, with ICGJC. We know they ain't right, but at the same time, hell if their defectors don't tell the truth about them. You know, I'm not doing this video to tell y'all to control whether or not somebody says anything bad about you. Because as was the case with the previous guy that I mentioned, you know, he really had nothing to say. He just going into, you know, really scriptural stuff and then talking tough guy shit. You know, this, that, and the third. You know, none of that is what I'm doing in this video. What I'm saying is if people do leave you, people are going to leave camps. Don't feel bad if somebody just doesn't get it or they feel they know better. Because that's what happens. A lot of times, the demons on them want to jump on you. You know, the demons of doubt want to jump on you. You know, the thing is not to prevent somebody from saying negative things about you. The thing is to make sure that they're not right about you. You know, because you can say whatever you want about me, for example. But the people that actually know me are not going to listen to you. People that actually have broken bread with me. People that actually have sat down, especially, like, you got sometimes people that bring up old shit. People that know me recently know me very well. You want to get to know me, but you don't want to talk to me? Talk to Tazaiwan. Talk to Itazawan. You know, talk to Al Yashai. Talk to Zakaria. Talk to Ahmad Jalo. These are brothers in the faith. Talk to Danyala. Not even in my church. You know? You want to know me, talk to people that interact with me very often. You know, but don't interact with a nigga that hasn't seen me in a bunch of years and think you're gonna get to know me. You know, but that's kind of a sub point. The main point is people are gonna defect. People are gonna leave. People are gonna start feeling that they're wasting their life teaching the Bible. People are going to say that they're, you know, see the worldly people having a good time and craving it so much that they leave the truth to go party or just to live what they think are regular lives. People are going to leave. But what we have to do as Israelites, as groups of Israelites, congregations of Israelites, camps, churches, we have to make sure that if that person tells their story to Investigation Discovery Channel, don't matter if it's somebody that runs into them in the deli in New York. Yo, why ain't you with Men of Valor no more? Our job is to make sure that if they say something negative, that negative that they're saying is false. We can't stop nobody from telling the story. Sometimes people tell a story just to tell a story, just to be heard, just to be able to say, hey, you know, somebody actually cares about what I went through when I was in the church, in the truth. Some people like cameras, but the story should be like I'll tell you straight up. Some guy was with us before for about 2, 3, 4 years, maybe 5. He went and did a video about why I left. I think he just said the Israelites. I don't think he said the name of the church, but he was with us. We're the only Israelite church he was with. So he winds up making a video that is so double-minded. You know, and I give my church respect for that. You know, personally, not just myself, but all the members that were there when he was here, because of, and this is even giving respect to previous members. This is even giving respect to members that have left, but were here when that guy was here. Because one thing I noticed is throughout that video, he kept having to say, "Oh, they took care of me though." This is a guy that we clothed, we housed, we fed, and he did his part too. I'm not going to sit here and try to, you know, just like when I had to curse his ass out in the videos. I'm not going to lie on him. He did some great works when he was here. You know, but that's how you want people to either feel guilty if they're going to say something bad about you, or you want somebody like that's going to be double-minded and not and I guess sometime during the process of that video realize that brothers really wasn't bad at all. Listen, if you stop feeling the doctrine, you don't think the doctrine is correct, you know, by all means, don't be part of it. But you ain't gotta go out swinging on brothers that actually cared about you, took you in, showed you love. You know, because you forget when you were in need, who was there for you. Because that's one thing that I really suggest for a lot of Israelite camps to do. Be there for brothers that were there for you. I mean, be there for your congregation. You know, it doesn't have to be money. It could be, you know, you're going to court, child support court, and they're trying to take your children away from you. Go and you know, speak in their favor. You know, if you're out and about in the street and you know a brother's really into comics, you know, and you see a rare comic and it's available at a cheap price, buy that shit for the brother. Give it to him, man. Things like that, brothers remember. Like little things like that, it might not cost you shit. It might cost you a few bucks. You know how much that's gonna mean to that brother? Even if that brother winds up having that same fucking comic. Just an example, right? Do stuff like that, man. Because then when they tell the story, they may be more compelled to tell the right story, or if they tell the wrong story, they're gonna be found liars. That's it. But what brothers should do for one another is be brotherly. Not to stop brothers from leaving, but number one, because it's the right thing to do, because the scriptures tell us to let brotherly love continue. But also because later on you will be blameless. Who the fuck could sit here and talk shit about a man that has housed, clothed, and fed him? You know, I've taken brothers in that, like, I've had brothers stay with me free of charge too. Don't pay rent, just stack up money so you can get the fuck away from me. Not literally the fuck away from me, but you know, so you can get your own place so that we don't be in this little fucking apartment fucking, you know, annoying one another. You know, last person that I took in, they were terrible, man. I talked to y'all about that already. You know, but you know, just be brotherly, man. It costs you nothing to be brotherly, and if it does cost you, charge it to the game, man. If you know, I've been brotherly and brothers fucked up. I always tell the story about the brother that I signed for him to get a car. He wound up getting the car repoed, and I fucked up my credit for a lot of years. Whatever the statute of limitation was, I was fucked up credit wise, and there were times that I could have got a house. You know, or could have made substantial moves and shit, but I'm sitting here with this shit on my credit. You know? So we have to learn, to be brotherly, man. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That motherfucker felt the wrath. I was constantly letting him fucking have it. Like, yo, what the fuck, you know? But you know what? After a while, that shit fell off my credit. You know, all is not lost. You know, but ultimately what this video is about is, you know, just brothers, be careful dealing with one another, because you never know when the brother that you're dealing with is going to leave it. Like, we talk freely in front of brothers like they're never going to leave the faith. So then what happens is we tell them about shit, then they wind up going back in the world, twisting it up, and then saying, this is why I left the Hebrew Israelites. Have to be very careful, man. Very careful. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.